Hey everybody, welcome back to LA Connections YouTube channel. This is LAC Comedy. We have live streamed comedy shows. These are improv comedy shows where we make stuff up on the spot off the top of our heads. And we got a great cast right now. This is our Sunday 11 a.m. Pacific cast. Let's meet them right now before they do their show. I am their director and host, John. We also have Cameron.
Hello, may your dance forevermore, may your laughter never stop until the end of days.
And Brenda.
Yes, what he said.
And Scott.
Righteous.
And Rishi.
Steezy.
And Matt.
Sup?
And Koji.
What's up?
And we have Travis.
Gozaimasu.
Okay, our first game is called 185. So it's pretty much a pun game. Our players are going to think of puns off the top of their heads. They're going to come up with jokes for you. So it's all in the form of a 185 joke. You'll see how that works. But I'm going to give them a profession to start. So let's say the profession of a DJ. 185 DJs walk into a bar.
185 DJs walk into a bar and they say, "Give me a shot on the rocks."
185 DJs walk into a bar. The bartender says they're closed. DJs say, "You can't mix up the times a little bit."
185 DJs walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Nope, we didn't order you." They go, "Well, we still got to play somewhere."
185 DJs walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve DJs." The DJ says, "In that case, we're turning your sound off."
185 DJs walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we are closed." Then the DJ says, "Rock off."
185 DJs walk into a bar and one of them says, "Give me a martini." Shaken.
185 DJs walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve DJs." The DJs say, "Well, that's all right. Your music sucks here anyway."
All right, how about 185, let's see, zoologists.
185 zoologists walk into a bar. They say, "We're not here for the drinks, but we are for the microbes that are all around."
185 zoologists walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we're closed." The zoologists say, "We're sending in the elephants."
185 zoologists walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we're closed," and they say, "Rats."
185 zoologists walk into a bar and they spend all night talking about how elephants give birth. And eventually the bartender couldn't help but notice the elephant in the womb.
185 zoologists walk into a bar. They sit down, all that talk. When the bartender walks up and says, "Well, what will you be partaking in?" And they say, "Oh, we've already partaken. For this is not just a bar. This is the bar of..." No.
185 zoologists walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We're closed." And the zoologists say, "Anyway, it's a jungle out here. We're leaving."
How about Bible salesman?
185 Bible salesmen walk into a bar. Bartender said, "Well, why are y'all even here?" They said, "Well, this is the only place that God has forsaken in this town. We may as well sell what we can."
185 Bible salesmen walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we're closed." And the Bible salesmen say, "That's a revelation."
185 Bible salesmen walk into a bar with bottles of water and hand them to the bartender and say, "Could you turn these into wine?"
185 Bible salesmen walk into a bar. Bartender asks why they're there in the first place. The Bible salesman, in a thick foreign accent, says, "I'm not even Christian. I'm just trying to make some cash."
185 Bible salesmen walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Well, what are you here for?" "We're here to give you some new Genesis."
185 Bible salesmen walk into the bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve Bible salesmen." The Bible salesman says, "You're about to get struck by lightning."
185 Bible salesmen walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't welcome you." And then they said, "Very well, we'll take our Exodus."
All right, and that is 185. All right, let's get Matt and Cameron up here. For this game, for Matt and Cameron, we're going to do a parody of a Shakespearean play. So 2 guys, couple minutes, but the suggestion is going to be the name of this play. So it's a made-up play. And we're going to say this play is called The Art of Garbage. The Art of Garbage. And we're about to see a Shakespearean play called The Art of Garbage. Take it away, Cameron and Matt. This is Shakespeare.
Avast ye, why have ye been taking of me garbage? What have you been doing with it?
Safely in rubbish is the king's ship, in the deep nook where once thou call'st me up at midnight to fetch trash. I be vexed. Well, all we have are the men with mariners under hatches stowed. I've left my sleepage.
How in the world have you even gotten onto the ship? How? We are many miles from land, and yet here you are. You keep appearing. It's almost as though you are one of the fairer folk, one of the fair. Come advanced in taking of the witch. Are you one of the fair folk? Are ya?
At least twice hence. Time twixt 6 and 7 must be thrown out like rubbish of yore.
So you tis is one of the fair folk. Are you a silky? Are you one of the seal folk, the swimmers, that swim from yonder to there, or the rowing?
Dost thou forget the torment you've caused me before?
'Tis true, I have caused much torment with the drinking and throwing, but don't you forget, you also stole upon my clothes. You stole them, that is why I tried to put you down. You stole my clothes, you stole my silken underwear, and you used them as though you were painting. You painted that garbage of a sign of art.
Thou art truthful, and thinks it must be torment to even recollect such an event, to run upon such horrid memories. But yes, I did it.
'Tis true, you did it. You took the underwear. You painted that sign of the Jolly of the Rogers, but not of the skull and crossbones. No, you painted Roger over there. You painted Roger as though he were jolly, holding that wee Willie of that dog of his that he named. Why did he name it Wee Willie? Oh, gods.
The foul dog Willie. Who with my envy I would love to have such a name.
Yeah. But instead your name is Watching, and you dance with the Rowan, and you dance with the Silky. So what are you? Are you of the fae folk, or are you the human?
I be the rubbish.
'Tis true, you are the rubbish. You are the picker of it. You are the gatherer of it. You dance of the land. You dance with the water. You clean up all of it. But what are you? Are you human? Are you dancer? What in the world are you?
Dull decision, I must say. That I someone who thy service will be required.
Yeah, you work for the king and you work for the evidence. But ye are not what can anyone describe as human or mortal. But at the same time, you bleed, you dance, you live. What in the world can be called if you're not?
Thine thine own self be truthful. I haven't the foggiest.
See,
And that,
and that Shakespeare. Okay, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Let's get handwriting out here. Koji, Brenda, Travis, Scott, Rishi. Okay, cool. So, you know, we're very lucky because we have a bunch of handwriting experts here. So we're gonna see some handwriting samples, and our experts are gonna tell us about the kind of people who would write like this. So we're gonna learn about the people who would write in the way that we're about to see. So raise your hand if you'd like to show us your first handwriting sample. Okay, Brenda. All right. Wow. Very beautiful, very avant-garde way of writing your name. A lot of different aspects to this signature, not the least of which are the sort of overwrought letters. Okay, experts, what does it mean?
Yeah, it seems we have here something comparable to a Salvador Dali painting. A very surreal and psychologically damaging experience it is to simply look at this approximation of human writing. But I think what draws my attention the most is how the capital B here shows it appears to have burst open like the pinata, and many little ants seem to be falling out of it, perhaps indicating a fixation on loss or possibly childhood injury, which left much of her brain leaking out of her headkin. Let's see, there's a great deal of asymmetry, which perhaps fixates on the indicates the insecurity about the differently sized hands. Really, I think we've got a real mental case here, in my professional opinion.
Okay, who else?
Well, well. The bee is open. That's the first thing. That represents that she's an open person, an open minded person, rather. But it's so slanted, it gives the illusion, or rather, not the illusion per se. I believe the B stands for that she's completely psychotic. She has borderline personality disorder. That's why it's so big. Then the R. The R represents all the resentment she has, and RE together represents resentment. The N has that little loop, which is kind of like a slug. So I would say that's to show the slow pacing she's going through. And the DA is saying, duh.
Okay, thank you so much. Who's next?
Well, I'd like to say first off, I think that you can definitely tell that she's not very mentally stable. The EN does not look like an EN. It looks more like a hieroglyphic of the Egyptian variety, or like a Thai language letter, which could imply a knowledge beyond the basic construct of English and beyond something that's in our own world. The sort of drawing that she has beneath everything, the name Brenda, the whole black blob with the dots, it could allow us to infer that maybe she's an alien of some sort. And the en is one of the letters in their language. The outline she drew is not 100% complete, and it's broken up by the diagonal letters or the diagonal lines, and the stars or the asterisks within there, which could prove that asterisk that there's something going on with my life that you don't know about. There's something secret I can't tell you, but I might want to tell you. There's more than what meets the eye. And those, like, the bee with all the dots falling out of it would reveal that she's an alien, and those are her alien children. Thank you.
And where are you from?
Where am I from?
I'd say Manchester. Scott.
Very ostentatious, I should say, indeed. She obviously craves attention, like most of her breed. She might as well be walking down the street with a ostentatious dress because her breed craves attention.
Okay, wow. Well, we got to do one more round, if only to not have the round be these four guys try to judge this woman by her handwriting. So let's flip a script, as it were. One of these gentlemen's handwriting is up on the table. So raise your hand if you would like to be the person. All right, Travis, you're going to be the handwriting this time. All right, he's ready. We're ready to go. So he's trying to focus it up a little. Now we can almost see it. Not quite. It's pretty close. Yeah. All right, so we're looking at Travis. I know it's a little blurry, but we all got the idea. Pretty basic. Who would like to comment on Travis first?
This fuzziness, this out of focus, this blur is representative of his psyche. His psyche is blurred. He does not know what he thinks. He does not know how he feels. He is foggy in the brain. He is foggy in his life. He is foggy. Foggy. He does not know.
He's definitely foggy. What else? What else? Scott.
The fact that it's written so clearly and boldly suggests kind of a neatness freak, almost to the point of anal retentiveness. So I would say he's neat. And the fact that he underlines the name to add emphasis suggests that he craves attention as well, just like the other breed.
When people say anal retentive, what is the anus retaining?
Anal retentiveness.
It's just a rhetorical question. Rhetorical question.
Rhetorical question. In that case, I will shut up.
I'm sorry, Scott. I didn't mean to shut you down there. You could try to turn off your blurred background, Travis. Who's next?
Well. From this handwriting sample, I can clearly identify one thing. That is written in block letters. This is saying that he's blocking his childhood memories. He's blocking what he's feeling. He's suppressing what he's feeling. So what does trav stand for? Trav means he wants to travel. And vis means he wants visa. And the reason he's underlined it is to emphasize its importance.
Okay, powerful stuff. We got one more.
Well, I want to say first off, very neat handwriting from Mr. Travis. But, and this is a very big but, and I ain't talking body parts. I'm talking either or. He wrote it in all caps. It's a plea for help. He's going through something. He needs to escape. He wants to get out. That diagonal T is showing his life is going on a linear path to craziness, to mental insanity. That straight line right below shows the derivative of the line that he's going on, and that derivative, f prime of x, is quite high. I never enjoy using calculus to explain the psyche of a man, but when I do, you must understand it is not good for said person. He is going mentally crazy, and if we don't watch out for him, he could be a world changer, but not in a good way.
All right, well, you've officially been cast in a Guy Ritchie movie, and that is the end of Handwriting Experts. Good job, experts. Thank you. Let's go to video dating with Cameron, Koji, and Rishi. So, we have some people who are looking for love, and they recorded some video responses. So I can type in a question, and it'll just pop up a video response they've pre-recorded. So let's see. How about a question to these video daters? What are you willing to do to find love? What are you willing to do to find love? And let's first go to Cameron.
I would do anything for love. Anything. But being loveless means you have nothing but the pit of insanity waiting for you. So I would do anything to avoid that pit.
Okay, good. Thank you. Wow. I mean, it's so difficult to see someone who clearly needs love, but they're so villainous. They're pushing everyone away because they project such classic cartoonish villainy. Let's go to Koji.
Well, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. And that is representing eating a meatloaf.
Eating a meatloaf. So it's a meatloaf reference to the song. I would do anything for love. It's a bunch of Easter eggs for maybe the right person will see that and find it. Interesting. Okay, and Rishi.
When someone says they want love, I really will do anything to get said love to them. If that entails me committing a heinous crime, I ain't against that. If that means I'm drowning in it, I'm drowning in it, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Let's go another question. How about let's see. If you had to cook for somebody something special, what would you cook for a special someone? All right, let's go to Koji.
Well, if I had to cook something special for anyone, I think I would make something. Maybe, who knows? If I'm cooking for someone special, I would assume it's someone like Hannibal Lecter. So, maybe fried brains, who knows?
Fried human brains. Okay, interesting. Maybe there's someone out there for this person. Maybe they've already been eaten. Let's go to Rishi.
Well, you're talking about a meal that I would cook for a significant other, there's so much choice to do because really I ain't gonna do anything for my significant other. So if that means I gotta rob a McDonald's to get my significant other a meal, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you would get them McDonald's? Is that what we're thinking? I guess
Not,
so.
not specifically, but like if I
Oh,
got
there's more of the video. Hold on, I pressed play again. There's more of the video. Play.
Oh yeah, but like not specifically like McDonald's, but like if 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 the government possess my house or something like that and I can't cook for you, you know I'm gonna rob McDonald's for you, Shaw.
And pause. Okay, McDonald's for the shorty. Hey, let's go to Cameron.
Now, if I was going to cook for someone, that makes it very difficult. But the first thing I would do, I'm going to get the proper wine to go with whatever I fix because wine goes very well with love. Now, the best wine is considered rosé, but I prefer the Moselle, the very sweet wine. And then I would make stew. Uh, beef stew, most likely. Can't go with some. But if they are vegan, then it would just be vegetable stew. It'd be good. I know how to cook most anything, really. So, depending on what they desire, I can make any type of food they would want. I don't deal with some of the other types of food that some places fix because they are very weird and awkward. Thank you for your time.
Okay, wow. Thank you for your time. Hard to understand at times. But you know what? We have one more question. And let's see. The question for these video daters is when they. Oh, what's their love language in a relationship? What's their love language? Let's go to Rishi first. What's your love language?
In a relationship, so many people can have so many different love languages, but my personal love language is Uzbekistani. Yeah.
Uzbekistani. And let's go to Cameron. What's your love language?
My love language. Well, that would be difficult to say. Just because, quite frankly, the easiest way of describing it for me is pure, unadulterated misunderstanding and not knowing what anyone is saying to me in the language of love because, quite frankly, I am the most dense and hard-headed person ever to exist. But when it comes to if I actually manage to understand them, it'll be nothing but pleasure and happiness and joy for them.
Okay, and Koji.
Well, my love language are words of affirmation. So, I like people to tell me how good I am, how kind I am, how wonderful I am, and how godlike I am.
Godlike Jesus, the guy. It's going to his head. Everybody, that's video dating. Nice work. We're gonna go to my movie now with Matt, Brenda, Scott, and Travis. Come on out, Matt, Brenda, Scott, Travis. So my movie, we're going to be taking initials, turning the initials into a movie title, then a movie description, and then finally seeing that scene from the film. So to get the four of us started, let's begin Brenda with the title, Scott with the description. And let's say the first two letters are going to be, how about E and T? But not that one. E-T.
Coming this summer, the next blockbuster. Make sure to see it at the drive-in. Everything.
This film, Everything, is about everything.
All right, look, we've got to defeat the rival sports team. We've got to find dates for the prom. We've got to destroy the ring so that we can save all of Middle Earth. We've also got to do a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, we've got a lot on our plates right now. I won't deny it, but I think we're up to it.
Wait. We didn't save the princess.
Christ. Okay, look, we'll have to do that after we become the first black people to play Major League Baseball alongside white people.
And
okay.
scene. Okay, good. Wow. It took turns. It took turns. All right, so now we're gonna have Travis give us the title. And then Brenda gave us the title this time, right?
Mhm.
So now Brenda's going to give us the description. So Travis title, Brenda description, Scott and Matt are going to do the scene. And the initials are going to be O and Y. O and Y.
All right, my pitch for the season is OY. Overwhelming yogurt.
It's a story of a frozen yogurt that just can't take it anymore. He's ready to end it all until.
Let me melt, for God's sake.
I'm sorry, Mr. Yogurt, but I'm not going to let you melt. I like you cool.
Just let me be free. No one's going to buy me and eat me.
That's not true. In a few minutes, you're going to be in my stomach, as a matter of fact.
Wait, what?
In my stomach.
I heard you. I just couldn't believe. I get out of here, but I'm a yogurt.
Scene.
Yeah.
All right, Matt's going to move on, and Matt's going to do our title. So Matt's going to do the title. Travis is going to do the description. And Brenda and Scott are going to act out our scene. Okay, our letters are going to be, let's see. How about B and S? B and S.
That movie would be Bungling Sailors.
Bungling Sailors, the feel-good comedy this year about two sailors cast adrift on a desert island and how they struggled to get off of it.
Ahoy! I guess we crashed our ship. Arr.
We're going to have to send smoke signals somehow. We got to get a fire going, Brenda.
Oh, Captain, I'm so sorry, but all of our kindling be on that crashed ship. Arr.
Well, there's got to be some kindling here somewhere on this island, for God's sakes.
A tree.
A tree. I was thinking a little bit on a smaller scale. You can't rub two trees together.
Seeing. Okay, good. Okay, good. Let's rotate one more time. So, who's the last person to give our title?
Matt.
No, I get the title. I didn't do the premise.
Okay, well, let's have Scott do the title. Scott do the title, and Matt will do the premise. Okay, so the letters are going to be I and H. I-H.
Coming to theaters near you, this movie is called I Hate.
This movie is about a man who cannot love but can only hate.
God, everything about you makes me furious. Oh, I'm overwhelmed with sheer hatred. Yeah.
So, maybe I'll just say I don't instead of I do, or I'll forever hold my peace.
Scene. Okay, good job. And that is my movie. And what a sad marriage, near marriage. Okay, let's go to Party Quirks. And Cameron is going to be our guesser for Party Quirks. So we can all come out for this one. And now, Cameron, we want to make it so that you cannot hear anything going on here. So can you either turn off your speakers or give us a thumbs up when you cannot hear us? Okay. Cameron, I'm assuming that means you cannot hear us.
I don't think he can hear us.
Okay, great. We'll take it. So, this is what everybody is. So, party quirk. So each person's having a quirk at this party. So, Brenda, let's say that your quirk at this party is going to be that you're a princess, okay? And Matt, your quirk at this party is you are Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's gonna be too easy, but okay.
You can do it. Rishi, your quirk at the party is going to be that you are a crocodile. Um, Scott, your quirk of the party is that you are. Let's see. How about the former Queen of England? The former Queen of England. Koji, you're gonna be a drum set. So just a drum set. Your quirk is that you are a drum set. And then finally, Travis, you're going to be former President Ronald Reagan. Maybe we'll never get to our last two games, and we'll just play this all the way through. We'll do our best here. So, does everybody remember their quirks? All right, we're going to bring them back right now. You can enter and present your quirks in the order I set up, or whatever order really that happens. But I'm going to bring camera back in now. He's frozen.
Uh-oh.
I think he's looking at something on.
Okay, I thought I would
Frozen?
refresh. I refreshed while we're waiting for him to come back. I'm sure he will. Maybe we bump him out real quick, and he'll. Yep, there it is, and he'll come right back. Right as rain. Okay, so when he does, we're gonna start this game. The game is Party Quirks. The balloons mean the party is real.
And he's started.
And I predict he'll be back in about 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. He's back. Come on back.
So we can't message him.
I think he thinks that we booted him out of his own party.
Hey, pretty close. I was like 2 seconds off. All right. Yeah, come on back, buddy. Can you hear us, Cameron? Unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start playing Party Quirks. People are gonna come one by one. You're gonna guess what their quirk is or who they are or whatever. What's going on? Okay. Here we go. Party Quirks.
My train is too long on my dress.
Are you going to a little party, you little girl?
I'm going to your party, but I forgot my tiara.
Are you a pretty little princess?
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Come on in.
All right, we can have
go,
only one
man.
person on video at a time who's coming into the party. Everybody else can be minimized until they come in.
Well, hello, dear Cameron. Your apartment is not a palace, but it's quite sufficient.
It's nice to see you again, Mary Poppins.
Oh, I love Mary Poppins. Oh, she is one of my favorites, but she is not very royal.
Are you the Queen of England?
Yes, my dear. Do you have tea anywhere?
Yes, we have tea and crumpets over here.
We'll go get it.
Jerry,
Well, gee, I didn't think the Queen was going to be here. You don't happen to have Maggie Thatcher, huh? There's one lady. I haven't been in a party like this since that time on Air Force One, let me tell you.
Bill Kennedy?
He wishes, am I right? Boy, a nice place you got here. Clearly, the safety regulations are just nowhere in sight, and that works. That suits me just fine. Say, you got any jelly beans?
Yes, I think I do have some, Mr. President.
I
Huh?
like your respect, Beanpole. I like your gumption there. But not just any president, but the most beloved and respected president ever in the 1980s.
Oh, this is going to take a while. President Bush? The
don't,
first?
don't act like you don't know who I am, Sonny. Before I was president, I was star of stage and screen. Everybody knew my special little cowboy charm was famous across the world, you know.
Oh. Of course, everyone knows who you are, Mr. Cleveland.
Cleveland, that's supposed to be some kind of joke? No, no, no. Stay with me here. 2 R's, right? First R, second R. Huh?
Oh, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I knew you'd get there eventually. You watch yourself. I'll have the CIA on you.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Very good. Say, see any of my movies?
I think I have. Sylvester Stallone, you want some vodka?
Yes, I would. Ugh. Good thing I left Maria a long time ago.
Yeah. Terminator?
You're getting there.
No,
Oh
you're right.
man. Sometimes I think about all the times sometimes I think about all the things I did with Maria. And then I remembered I had sex with the maid.
The guy from Sound of Music?
No. Oh man. When that scandal hit, every movie I ever made was appropriate for that. Junior, True Lies, Predator.
Oh, this is going to be a bad get. So it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, it is. You got it right.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Hello, Koji. How you doing?
Hello. Everyone loves beating me. My head. They just love beating me.
Are you Willy Wampus?
They beat me with those sticks.
Oh, thank God. A pinata.
I hate Ringo Starr, Tico Torres, Tommy Lee.
Oh, you're the Drew Kids.
Yes, yes.
Hello, Reishi. How you doing?
What's good, man? I need some human flesh. Well, not even human. I just need flesh. Yeah.
Well, we do have the synthetic human flesh grown in the lab, Mr.
I mean, like,
Ranger.
I don't really know about like synthetic human flesh because like I prefer it to be like seafood or something like that because I live out in the seafood down in like or in the sea down in like the Nile area of the world.
Oh, Mr. Crocodile, you want some? I got some fish back here.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay though.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
I believe that's everyone.
You must have completed your quirk journey. All right, that means everybody needs to come on stage right now for challenge. Okay, so we're going to be debating a subject, and the subject is going to be right now. It's going to be Driving versus walking. So someone's going to pick a pro or con side. When somebody else disagrees, they're going to say challenge. If I accept their challenge, they become the new speaker until someone successfully challenges them. They have to keep talking. So, driving versus walking, take it away, this challenge.
Well, there's always benefits of driving. You're less likely to be mugged or have someone steal your cash. And, quite frankly, while you're driving, you're less likely to have someone run over you like you would if you were walking.
Challenge.
Brenda first.
Driving causes more deaths per year than smoking and guns combined.
Whoa, heavy. All right, I think we just got to give it to her there. All right, talk about how driving is the real killer.
Driving is dangerous because most people fall asleep behind the wheel. It's a very meditative activity, and once you're on a freeway, forget it. You're likely to crash into a Jersey barrier, and if you're not
challenge,
Got.
Sleep is good for you.
All right, tell us more.
Everybody needs at least 8 hours of sleep. So if you're driving while asleep, well, at least you're getting your rest. You just got to go straight. Make sure you go straight, but you can sleep.
Challenge.
Rishi.
Going straight on the road is actually a bad thing.
Tell us more.
Oh, when you go straight on the road, especially on a straightaway part of the road, it's harder to crash into another car. And when you crash into another car, you're able to blame them if you're really good at gaslighting and get a lot of money out of it by suing them from said insurance claim and gaslighting. So,
Challenge.
Okay, Cameron.
How can you trust the insurance companies? We know that they're all out to get us. The insurance companies don't want to pay us for anything.
All right, that's true. Hold on, that's true. Travis?
I was going to say that he severely overestimates the ease with which one person can be sued. There's an enormous standard for evidence in this country.
Okay, both really interesting subjects. The evidentiary standard and insurance companies. Let's go to insurance companies for 500 with Cameron.
Insurance companies never want to pay you if they can help it. They won't pay you even if you have insurance for life insurance or health insurance. Instead, they will do their best to make sure they don't have to pay. If you're dying of disease,
challenge.
Brenda.
When you die, the Grim Reaper gets a cutback.
Yeah, it always does. Tell us more about this Grim guy.
Yeah, so depending on how many deaths we have per year, that's how much money he makes. Did you know?
Didn't know.
That's how the Grim Reaper makes his living. How many people?
Challenge.
Yeah, Scott.
The Grinch who stole Christmas is even more evil than the
Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper. Sorry.
All right, tell us why about the Grinch.
Okay, the Grinch. If you look at the cover of a Dr. Seuss book and you see that Grinch, man, I start shaking in my boots. That guy is seriously.
Koji.
Challenge. Christmas is a really fun time, and the Grinch ruins it. So why do we need a Grinch when you have me to ruin your mood?
Matt.
The Grinch is a very important part of it, and he's just a victim. I mean, like you've seen the Jim Carrey version. Everyone bullied him. He didn't look like a typical Who.
Challenge. That movie was crap.
Okay, Travis, tell us what the real OG story is.
Well, I don't want to get too much into it, but the thing is, the Jim Carrey version is an abomination. It doesn't hold a candle to the one narrated by Boris Karloff, and that one is still inferior to the little-known Halloween is Grinch Night movie that shows the Grinch acting out on Halloween.
Challenge. Boris Karloff played the best Dracula.
Okay, that is a challenge. I agree it's a challenge, and I'll accept it. And tell us about the second best Dracula.
The second best Dracula was Jack Palance. He was extraordinary.
Challenge.
Cameron.
The second best Dracula obviously is Nicolas Cage with the latest movie. Just
Tell
think
us
of
more.
how traumatizing he was to Renfield. Think of how scared Renfield was. That is what you want in a Dracula. You want the fear, the scared that if Renfield going, oh no.
Challenge.
Tr-
Once
Brenda.
you get famous, companies start giving you stuff for free.
Yeah, they do. Tell us more about swag.
It's like when you can afford it, all of a sudden here's a free iWatch or whatever. Why? I have the funds now. Well, because we like you and we want you to be our friend. That's what's really going on here.
Challenge.
OG.
Ordinary people get free things too, like influenza, COVID, all kinds of
And scene. And that is challenge. Great. It is true. What gifts are shared? Now, we're gonna close out the show with fun fact. So we're gonna be listing off some fun facts. You may want to fact check all of them before you go and use them in the real world. But these are some real great fun facts. And the inspiration to kick us off is going to be fun facts about how about exercise? Fun facts about exercise.
Fun fact, exercising can kill you.
Fun fact, exercise is painful.
Fun
Fun
fact, so is
fact.
childbirth.
Fun fact: childbirth is not a real thing.
Fun
Fun
fact,
fact,
birds
children
don't
are not a
exist.
real thing. Oh. What'd you say, Cameron?
I said, fun fact, birds don't exist. That is an actual belief held by some people.
Fun fact, I was hatched, actually. Not born.
Fun fact, Utah used to be represented by a senator named Orrin Hatch.
Fun fact about sharks, they actually are born with little egg sacs, and only 30% of them actually ever hatch by themselves.
Fun fact, the goblin shark engages in intrauterine cannibalism, which means the shark in the womb eats all its siblings.
Fun fact, a barracuda could kick a shark's ass.
Fun fact, one fisherman was once found dead with his head missing, and I believe it was a barracuda that was caught later that had his head in its stomach.
Fun fact, Barracuda is a really popular song by Blondie, I believe.
Fun fact, Blondie was never popular.
Fun fact, Deborah Harry started out on the Bowery playing music there here in New York.
Fun fact, there is a Tom Petty song called Zombie Zoo.
Fun fact, iZombie was canceled.
Fun fact, I've always played a good zombie when I've acted.
Fun fact, the bit about zombies and the belief on them actually goes back around the time of the Greeks because certain bodies weren't buried properly and they would come and rise up. But also, some of it comes to the fact of using some of the drinking goblets they did. They'd actually cause a various version of comas in people, so they'd be buried and they would end up digging themselves out and coming up. I'm still alive, you know.
Fun fact,
Fun fact.
Dead Ringer comes from people being accidentally buried alive, and there was a bell to be like, excuse me, I'm not dead yet.
Fun fact, getting buried alive is probably the worst way to die.
Fun
Fun
fact, you
fact.
didn't think about getting cremated alive.
Fun fact, there have been about, if I remember this right, there were 3 magicians who actually died trying the buried alive trick on getting out.
Fun fact: the fact that Cameron knows all of this is sort of making me my hair in the back of my neck raise a little bit.
Fun fact,
Cameron's the creepy guy in this class.
Fun fact, I just get bored and watch whatever's on TV because I have a version of insomnia.
fun fact, Acorn is the best streaming service because it's got all them British police shows.
Fun
Sure.
fact, if you're going to eat an acorn, you should boil it first because they are poisonous.
Wait, really?
Fun fact, the best acorn is a corn.
Fun
Oh.
fact, when I was a child, I had this irrational fear of pine cones because I stepped on them with bare feet when I was a kid, and that really hurt.
Fun
Fun
fact,
fact, that's a terrible way to make pinecone wine.
Yeah.
fun
Fun
fact,
fact.
Lucille Ball hated Desi Arnaz.
Fun fact. Apple seeds are poisonous. Do not eat them. I can't remember the amount that it is that if you eat, it will kill you.
Fun
Fun
fact,
fact.
my
Fun fact.
grandmother, sorry. Fun fact, my grandmother looked just like Lucille Ball.
Fun fact, my grandmother just looked like a ball.
Fun fact, Butterball turkeys are going to be out of stock soon. So get yours.
Fun
Oh,
fact.
fun.
The turkeys that are farm raised and are domesticated are actually so fat that they are not able to fly.
Fun fact, in Thanksgiving when I was in Vietnam, they dropped Butterball turkeys from the copters so that we could celebrate like everybody else.
And fun fact, it ended up killing some of their own troops.
A fun fact, it killed more Vietnamese than our own troops.
All right, and that's our show. That's fun fact. Give it up for these performers.
Yeah, can you imagine getting hit in the head with a frozen turkey from a helicopter?
Oh, man.
I know, it's horrific. So,
Yeah, it's fun.
thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We're gonna do another show in a month. We're back in 4 weeks, but you can see our shows and everyone else's shows on our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy. I was the host of the show, John, but let's meet our players one more time. We have Brenda.
Hi, thank you.
Scott.
Remember, if at first you don't succeed, try something else, you bozo.
Rishi.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Matt.
Reverse sup.
Travis.
It's just like Oscar Wilde said. What can be said about this show that hasn't already been said?
Cameron.
Let chaos reign in your heart, and all that you hold true be held true for you.
Koji.
Like and subscribe.
All right, thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning into our improv show.
Yes, this is how the Queen of England waves, or did wave.
Bye.